Hey, happy Sunday. Well, happy whatever day of the week it is for you, but for me it's Sunday, and Brody and we always start our Sundays with a workout. Typically we then go to church and then just do our prep for the day, but we slept in today. For some reason, I've been having trouble falling asleep sometimes. Probably too much caffeine, so I couldn't fall asleep. So I slept in, so we don't get to do our normal plan, but we will be watching it later online. And I had breakfast in bed. Today I had protein oats, yogurt, and protein in my coffee. So just like a ton of protein, carb, ready for the workout. And I'm excited today because I'm wearing my new Skims Bandeau off-elite shorts. And when you feel good in your workout clothes, you work out good. Gonna have my pre-workout on the way. It's gonna be a fire workout. So I'm doing legs today, starting my week off with squats. Babe, what are you working on today?
Arms.
He's doing arms today. He's eating his sandwich on the way to the gym. Don't mind him. We will check in after the workout. Talk to you soon. This is my all-time favorite workout. I love squat days and lower body day in general. I just feel so strong when I'm doing it. So I started out with 3 sets of 5 on the barbell squat, increasing in weight every time until I got to 170. I don't push my heaviest every single time. That's not the way I program progressive overload. Every 3rd week, I go for 90% of my training max, but today wasn't that. But what I do to make sure I have room for strength and hypertrophy in the program is then I'll go down in weight on my 4th set and I'll do an AMRAP, as many reps as I can, keeping good form and good mind-muscle connection. So I actually ended up getting 15 reps with 135, and I felt really good about this. Honestly, it felt like cardio for me. My heart was going after this. Yeah, I'm feeling good on the squats. I rest 3 minutes between every set, sometimes more. I used to not rest enough, and that was holding me back. I used to try to push myself super heavy every time. That was holding me back. Our body needs time to recover, and also my depth just frankly used to suck. So now that I can hit a low squat, I'm seeing way more booty gains, and I'm super excited to continue this journey and progressive overloading these exact movements over the next year. Then my second favorite movement, maybe my first, I don't know. Well, I just like the effects of the hip thrust. So I do hip thrust every single lower body day. Today was a little bit of a pause at the top, so I did 245. Probably should have paused a little longer. I wanted to do a 3-second pause. But what I have figured out is the ugly faces truly help that mind-muscle connection so much. When I like scrunch my face at the same time as posterior pelvic tilting, getting that booty tuck at the top, I feel the glute muscle so much more instead of like the hamstrings and the quads doing most of the work. So don't mind me. Then I go to what I call a glute emphasis like step down. I don't call it a step up because I'm not starting at the floor. I start at the top and then use assistance of the wall in front of me. That's gonna help me get the hip hinge. I break at the hips. I'm going as deep as I possibly can and dropping the other foot just down as low as I can. The more I lean forward, of course, core stays tight, and keep this in the mind. I feel my glutes so much more. So I don't go super heavy. I'm holding a 20, and instead I'm working on depth and just feeling the back of my leg do the work, more like trying to get not the front to do as much, which obviously my quads are going to do some work. But this I'll do about 3 sets of 12, sometimes between the 2 sides, while most times I've been resting as well. For single leg movements, to get the full effect, I think it's worth it to take time to rest like a minute or so. Moved on to cable hip abduction. Lately, I've lightened up the weight with this. I just have 4 pounds on it. I'm going to step up there and focus on my posture. When I stay more upright, I get more of that upper part of my glute. The more I hinge forward at the hips, you can kind of get lower glute too. You'll get glute medius, glute min, and all of that side upper butt area when you do these. Pointing the toe, I kick out to like 45 degrees behind me. You can kind of experiment and explore where in your body you feel the best mind muscle connection. You can try straight out to the side. You can try just kind of angling your foot back as well. But go slow. Try not to throw your torso around and swing your leg too much. Be in control of the movement. I like to even put my hand there. It helps me really make sure that I am getting that squeeze. Plus, you will feel this in the standing leg because your glute medius stabilizes your hips. So if you are standing like that, to keep your hips level, you'll need to work that glute med as well. Anyways, I just did those for movements for glutes. Since I do lower body 3 times a week, I try not to do too many in one session because that prevents me from getting the most optimal volume for my body, what I can recover, and then hit glutes again in a couple days. Then I finished with core. I don't always do this, but I've been trying to do it more lately. I'll just put a timer on my phone for just 5 minutes and hit abs. Don't mind my faces. Like I said, it does help me get that mind muscle connection and stay present. So do as you please, judge all you want, but I'm gonna be here making those faces to make sure I stay present in the workout, in my body, and I'm contracting the muscles mentally. I try to create my own resistance. Like I'm crunching my core as hard as I can while I'm doing those movements. And you'll see the same thing for the plank. I teach a really rounded plank. I'm protracting my shoulders, I'm crunching my core, my ribs down, my hip bones, tilting up towards my rib points. I'm squeezing my butt, like making the ugly butt, and I even go onto my toes here to just really get that front line of the body. My thighs are squeezing. It's really a full body contraction. I did that 30 seconds. So this is 1 round. I did 2 more rounds of that for like a 4.5 minute ab session. So that was my workout today. It was about an hour. We just finished our workout. Don't mind that box in the back of the car. We got a bed frame that was broken and just haven't got rid of it yet, but that will be done this week. Just a couple things to note. I was just talking to Braulio about how it's basically been 6 months of me following a legit plan with progressive overload. So I'm excited on what another year of this is going to be. So 2023 is really just going to be about consistency. Just keep doing the routine and eating in a calorie surplus. Like, we don't always need to be changing things up for it to work. In fact, it's better not to. So that's something to take note of. Stick to the plan. And another thing that like I was just thinking about during the workout today was I used to compare myself to other women in the gym who I saw, this sounds silly, but lifting less weight than me, and I wondered like why they looked stronger than me. But now I figured out that was really my technique that wasn't really great. My mind muscle connection was never great, and my depth honestly sucked. So working on technique, mastering the basics, and feeling the muscles goes a long way, because I do less weight on a lot of things than I even used to. And now like I understand how to do it properly with the right contraction. So the subtleties do make a difference, and just getting better at the basic movement patterns is another form of progressive overload too. But yeah, we're gonna go home, eat a post-workout meal, and then we're gonna go hang out at a friend's house, and that'll pretty much wrap up our Sunday. So I hope you have a good rest of the day, whatever day it is for you, once again. And if you have questions, comments, let me know. If you're on this lifting program with me in 2023, let me know, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you next time.